Hello and welcome back for another video. In this video, I'm going to show you how to make a Discord bot that runs using Replit, which will be free and you won't have to install anything. So let's get started. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is create a server. This will be where we can test our bot. If you've already got a server, then great, you can skip this step. So we're going to go to this add button up here, create my own for me and my friends, and then you can name your server. I'm just going to keep that as default. Then press create. Great, we've now got our server. So then we want to add our bot, create a bot and then add it to our server. So for this, we're going to go to the developers portal, and I'll have the link for this in the description of this video. So here we're going to go to new application. Now just name your bot. I'm going to call mine my bot, like it suggested. I've already done this before. So in here, we're going to go to bot. We're going to go add bot, and yes, do it. So you'll see, first of all, this token area here. The token is basically a password, and you don't want to show anybody this password. If someone uses this password, or you show it to someone, and if you accidentally leave it public, someone can actually use it to use your bot, and then if your bot's on a server, for example, they can then program your bot to mess with that server or other servers, and that can affect a lot of stuff. So we don't want to show anybody the token. We'll use this later. Don't copy it yet, because we're going to be copying something else. So all these settings here, we're not going to touch any of those. Just leave those as default. Then down here for the bot permissions, we're not going to touch any of that either. We're going to go to OAuth 2 instead. So in the scopes, we're going to select bot. Oops. And then going down to here, these are the bot permissions. Now you can select administrator if you want, but that gives your bot a lot of options, and I don't really want to select administrator, because in this video, I'm only going to be showing text-based stuff, which is just messages. So for this, all you need is send messages, manage messages, embed links, attach files, read message history, mention everybody, use external emojis, add reactions, and view channels. I'm just going to ignore that. Okay, so here you'll see the link. This is for your bot, so you can add it to your server. Just go copy, and then in a new tab, slide it over, paste that in there, and you'll see this pop up here. So you select the server you've just created, or the server you've already got, go continue, and these are the options. You can unselect those if you don't want the bot having any of those permissions. And then if you like it all, you're happy with it, go authorize. And this beep, boop, boop, beep, I am human. Select that and it will authorize your bot to the server. So there's the bot, and as you can see, it's offline. This is because there's nothing running in the back end of the bot just yet. We'll be adding that in just a moment. So in this area here, what we're going to do is we're going to make a command where we can go !hello, and the bot will respond to that. So let's go and do that. So for this, we're going to be using Replit. This allows you to run code in your browser, but also allows you to use it on different devices. Now, this is a great option because you don't have to install anything at all on your computer, as it's all done in the cloud. So log in or sign up. I'm going to log in using my amazing Gmail account. Okay, so once you're in, go to the new REPL button. So what's great about Replit is it has tons of languages, which is great, because that means you don't have to install anything at all on your computer. For this, we're going to select Python. And instead of calling it that, I'm going to call it my bot. You can call it whatever you want. Now you can see the private section. If you pay for Replit, you can have private, which means no one will see a bot's token. But we'll go into the bot's token in just a moment. But if you select public is default. Okay, so let's create the Replit. Create the REPL. So let's just wait for this to load. Okay, great. So here we have the actual code editor. Oh, my squeaky chair. So here we have the code editor. This is where we're going to be writing all the code. Then we've got the console, which is where we'll see the output of the code. And the shell is just in case you want to go like, pip, oh, what's this? Pip install and some module. We don't want to do that. We don't need to do this in the video, but if you want to in the future, it's there for you. So we've got version control, which is GitHub. It's in beta, which is great. Glad they added that. Got our debugger, so we can debug in here, just in case we want to find out where something's gone wrong to. We've got our packages, so practically it's this, but you can install them over here instead. We've got a secrets environment. We'll be using this a bit later for the bots token to keep it private. In the settings, I changed my theme to dark because I hate the light theme. We've got the database, which is the Repellent database. I don't know if you can use this normally for just general projects, but I am going to use SQLite in the future because I don't want to use this. And I feel like it's only for Replit, so I'm going to use SQLite in the future instead of the Replit database because I don't like using stuff that's only made for a certain thing. I like being able to use it for multiple things. Anyway, back to the actual main.py. So let's start off by importing the Discord module. Okay, so Discord is focused on events. Events are what it listens to events are what it listens for and responds to. For example, when you send a message on Discord, the bot will get an event telling it that a message has been sent, which allows it to respond to it. So let's connect our bot to Discord by going to client equals discord.client. This connects to Discord. It's just discord.py module stuff. So then we're going to create a variable, and this is going to be our prefix. So let's, for example, going /hello, our prefix is, not slash, exclamation mark. I keep saying slash, why do I keep saying slash? So we're going to set our prefix equal to the exclamation mark. So we go hello, we can change the prefix to like $sign or whatever you want it to be. So we're going to go at client dot, oh, that's not good spelling, client.event, that's what we want. I have bad typing. So this is how you register an event, and this is an asynchronous, I can't speak, this is asynchronous library, which means that things are done with callbacks. A callback, for those wondering, is a function that is called when something else happens. So in this event, we're going to do the onReady event. So to do this, we're going to type async define onReady. And so when our bot is ready, we're going to print, what should we print? We have logged in, actually, instead of I have logged in as. So I want to make this an f string instead of having to go dot format. So we're going to use an f string, which allows us to put variables, numbers, and whatever else within the string. Great, nice and easy. So we're going to do client.user, which gets the username of the bot. So it uses the bot's name and the tag. You'll see that in a moment when we run this. So great, that works now. So then we're going to create another event at client. Oh, I can't type. At client.event. Async define on message. Now this function needs a a parameter, one argument. So the parameter needed is for a message. So when I send a message, this is where the message will go. So then we'll call this message as it makes sense, but you can call it whatever you desire. So then we'll create another variable, msg equals message.content. This is just shorter for the message.content. Instead of having to type this over and over, we just type message, msg. Then we're going to add a condition in, so if the bot can't reply to itself. If the bot can reply to itself, then it can actually sometimes spam your channel, and you have to turn it off and restart it. We don't want that happening, so we're going to go if message.author, which gets the author of the message name and their tag, and we're going to check that if that is equal to the client.user, which again is the client's name and tag. And if it is, we're going to return, which means it's going to terminate this function. It's not going to stop the bot, it's just going to terminate the function from running anything else. So then after that, we're going to start off by creating our first command. So we're going to go if msg dot log. We're going to convert this to lowercase just in case someone goes exclamation mark hello. We're going to convert this to lowercase. If message.lower dot starts with, and we're going to do the f string again. We're going to do prefix and then hello. We're going to then send back a message to the server. So we're going to go await message, to the channel, channel dot send. So this will get the channel that the message was sent from, and we're going to send back a message, a reply. We're going to send hello. Great. So that's all the main parts of the bot done. Now all we have to do is run the bot. This is where things get a little bit tricky. So to run the bot, we do client.run. Now there's a thing about Replit. Now everybody can see your projects. Everybody can see all your code. So if we just shove our bot's token in here, when someone views our project, just randomly, or if you share it to someone, they'll be able to see your token. That's not great. Because, like I said at the beginning, someone could use your bot and make it do stuff for your servers or wherever the bot is. So for this, we're going to use this secrets environment variables, like I said earlier. So click on this tab, and the key is going to be called token. Go to the developers portal. I really can't speak. Go to bot and scroll up if you're not already at the top, and you can see this token area, and just click copy. Then go back to Replit, and the value will be the token. Great, now that's in there. So then all you have to press is add new secret. Now if you scroll that a bit, you'll see step 2, access the secret. But first we want to import OS. This will allow us to access the secret, the value and the key. So up here we're going to go import OS. And then go down into client.run in here, make sure your cursor's in there, and just press to step 2 and go insert. And this will insert this os.environ token. This will get the token from the secrets environment, and yeah, it'll get the token from there. We don't need this my secret equals, so we can just remove that. And that's all we need to begin with. So let's run this. This will take a while to run because it's got to install everything. So let's just give this a while to run. Okay, great, that's done. So once it's ready. So now that it's ready, you can see that I have logged in as my bot, #0294. So this is the bot's name and the tag of the bot, client.user. So now if we go back to our server, we can see that the bot is online. So if we go hello, oh, the bot doesn't respond. That's because we have to use our prefix. So exclamation mark hello, and our bot response. Great, that's the first part of the bot done. Now, I'm just going to show you something. I wouldn't suggest doing it yourself because it may take a while to load. So I'm going to reload this tab. You can do it if you want. Now, if I reload this, once it loads again, give it some time. Okay, so now it's loaded. You can see that it's not running anymore. So if we go back to here and we go like /hello, it's not responding. That's because it's no longer running. So we're going to create a web server, and as the thing about web servers, so let's go to Replit docs, not dogs. So this is about the web service. Once deployed, the server will continue to run in the background even after you close the browser tab. Okay, that's great. But here's the catch. The server will stay awake and active until an hour after its last request, after which it will enter a sleeping stage. So, basically, as soon as you send the last message, after an hour it will go to sleep. That means your bot will go offline. So, there's a workaround for this. So, we're going to go to Stack Overflow. The link for this will be in the description of this video. Now, there's a code if you go down to the answer here. This is the Flask code. This will create a web server for us. So let's copy this code and go back to Replit. Now, I should have created a new file first, but I didn't. So I'm going to create a new file. Let's just do the traditional way, which I see everybody doing. Keep alive.py. Okay, so let's paste the code in. So this code is not important to us, but it's important to keep the bot running. So basically, this code will import Flask, and Flask will be used as a web server. This code will run on different threads, as seen here, we import threads. This allows them both to run at the same time. The rest of the code doesn't really matter, but if like your bot is ready, you could like name this to like I am ready or something like that. I am ready, woohoo. Okay, so that's all that, and we want to import this bit here, keep alive. My cursor's being So we're gonna copy this, just copy that for a quick copy paste. And it'll practically just start the server. So let's go to main.py and let's go from keep alive, import keep alive. Great. And then near the client.run, down the very bottom of the file, place keep alive and then use brackets or parentheses. Go in my speech. Okay. So after that, just run it again. If it's not already running. If it's already running, just stop it and then rerun it. And then this should open a window here. I'll talk about that after this is finished. Okay, so it looks like it's finally finished. So as you see, it's opened this new window, which is our web server. Great, fantastic. So you can see that it says, I am ready. Now, I am ready comes from, like I said, in the main part. At the root, which is the home. The main part of our web server. Now, that's all done. What we need to do is copy this link. Let's just copy that. Copy this link. This is what we need. So we're going to use this link to use Uptime Robot, which is free. Now, Uptime Robot will ping this web server so that it stays awake even an hour after the last request is sent. So after you're not using your Discord bot, and an hour after the last time you send your bot a message, this will continue staying active 24/7. So let's get this set up. So let's just copy this link and let's go to Uptime Robot. Now register for free or log in. I've already got an account. So I'm going to log in. Great, fantastic. Now, once you're logged in, go to add new monitor. For the monitor type, select HTTPS. Friendly name, I'm going to call this my bot. For the URL or IP address, I'm going to paste in that link. Just paste your link there. Now, monitoring interval. So this is pinging the bot every few minutes. You can change this, but we don't want to really mess with this too much. We're going to keep it at 5 minutes. Yeah, so it looks like 5 minutes is the lowest you can do. That's fine. We don't need anything lower than that. Like 5 minutes is perfect. So we're going to create monitor and create monitor. And monitor created. You can keep creating monitors and close. Okay, great. That's practically all of that done. So we can go back to our replit. And it's connected again. So now if you reload it, you can use Control-Shift-R to clear your cache. As you can see, it's still running. So this red bits in the arrow are in the terminal. I need to speak more clearly. So this part down here is just Flask. Every time you refresh or every time the Uptime Robot pings the web server, you're going to see this. So that's nothing to be concerned about unless it's not this. Okay, so that's practically all for this video. In the next video, actually, let's just make sure it works. Yeah. Okay, great, it works. So in the next video, what we're going to be doing is we're going to make a bot run code. So we're going to be using an API, and then we're going to send the user's code to the API, and then we're going to get the response back, and then send the user the response. Now, you've probably heard of the compiler bot before, and many people have been using the compiler bot and love it. So we're going to recreate the compiler bot, and that will be in the next video. So I can't wait to see you then. Until then, goodbye.